You buy an ultra-thin laptop for work, load up a heavy software project, and within 20 minutes, the keyboard is burning your fingers. The cooling fans sound like a jet engine, and then the screen suddenly goes black. When this happens, most buyers assume the machine is defective. But look at this matrix. Both of these computers use an Intel Core i7. Relying on that label alone hides a massive difference in how these two machines actually perform. The Core i7 describes the tier of the chip, but the letter at the very end of the model number dictates its physical limits. This letter defines the performance-to-power ratio. It represents a strict physical trade-off. As a processor draws more wattage to calculate data faster, it generates more heat and drains your battery faster. If you are a college student carrying your laptop between classes all day, buying an H-series processor means you are carrying a heavy, hot brick that will die after 2 hours away from a wall outlet. If you buy a U-series chip to run a heavy 3D rendering workstation, you will spend your workday staring at a stuttering screen. To build a system that actually works for you, you have to understand the specific mechanical profile each letter represents so you can match the silicon to your daily workload. Ignoring that final letter ensures you will be fighting your hardware's intended design, leading to wasted money, suffering dead batteries, or losing precious time. The efficiency class starts with the U-series for laptops, standing for ultra-low power, and the T-series for desktops, which are power-optimized. These chips are designed to draw very little electricity, which means they generate minimal heat. This allows for razor-thin laptop designs that run almost completely silent while maintaining all-day battery life. These are built for the basics: web browsing, office applications, and lightweight coding tasks. However, they have a hard ceiling. If you push a U-series chip with intense gaming or heavy video editing, the system will immediately throttle its own speed to prevent overheating. Choosing a U or T-series chip means prioritizing mobility and silence over raw processing muscle. Moving to the next tier, we have the integrated graphics class, marked by suffixes G1 through G7. Integrated graphics means the processor includes graphical computing power directly on the chip. This provides visual processing for your apps without needing a bulky, power-hungry separate graphics card. A higher-end G7 chip provides enough graphical throughput to run lighter games like Minecraft and can comfortably manage creative work in Adobe Photoshop. While capable, it is not a replacement for a dedicated GPU. You won't be running modern AAA games on high settings with these processors. The G-series serves as a middle ground for users who need creative flexibility without the weight and expense of a full gaming rig. High-wattage processors require serious hardware to stay cool. To expel that heat, these machines use large, high-speed fans and thick copper cooling pipes. This is the high-performance class, the H for highest performance and HX suffixes. As the processing power climbs on this chart, notice how the battery life steeply drops. These chips are designed for heavy lifting, 4K and 8K video rendering, AI model training, and demanding AAA gaming. Because of the intense power draw, these laptops require a much thicker chassis to fit the necessary cooling hardware. You should also expect a significant hit to portability. These processors drain a standard battery in a couple of hours if you aren't plugged in. The HX variant goes even further, allowing users to manually overclock the processor to push for even higher speeds. Choosing an H-series chip essentially gives you a portable desktop workstation. You are making a direct trade, sacrificing mobility for uncompromised power. Finally, for custom desktop builds, we look at the K, X, and F suffixes. The K and X suffixes mean the chip is unlocked. This allows builders to manually increase clock speeds beyond factory settings to achieve maximum frame rates. This extra speed generates massive heat, meaning you'll need to invest in premium aftermarket cooling systems to keep the system stable. Then there is the F suffix. This indicates the chip has no integrated graphics at all. If you don't install a separate dedicated graphics card, your monitor will simply stay black. These desktop suffixes are designed for builders wanting surgical control over their hardware, willing to buy the extra components needed to support it. Efficiency in a computer build starts with a single calculation. You are losing money whenever you pay for raw power you do not actually use. This flowchart helps map your priorities to the correct hardware path. If you are building a desktop and want a silent, miniature PC for a living room or office, your path leads directly to the T series. If you are building a gaming PC and already plan to buy a separate high-end graphics card, you can save money by choosing the F series. For enthusiasts who want to manually push the limits of their hardware, the K or X series is the standard choice. If you need a laptop and your absolute priority is making it through a day of flights or classes without searching for an outlet, you need the U series. For casual creators who need light photo editing power without carrying a heavy, bulky machine, the G series is your fit. And if you are a power user rendering video on site and you aren't concerned about battery life, you move to the H or HX series. It's physically impossible to have all-day battery life and extreme gaming performance in the same machine. You have to decide which of those two realities you actually live in. The best computer isn't just the highest number on the box. It's the one where the chip's letter perfectly mirrors your daily needs.